This video is me addressing something that's been brought up on Twitter. Please use the timestamps down below to navigate through this video. For those of you who don't care, then why care? Why are you even watching this video? But I felt as if my character has been attacked lately, and I couldn't just ignore it like before and explain in private. I'm now just using YouTube as my model for making a post or an explanation or whatever. As a prologue to this video, I genuinely want to be everyone's friend. I also want to make memes and make light of events that do happen, so maybe I can look back at it and laugh about it. I hope after this video, I can go back to playing the game, making guides, making videos for everybody. I do not want any hate or harassment to come over anybody, especially people that are harassing me. I do, however, appreciate any supportive words. I play One Piece trading card game, and in this game, there are a lot of tournaments that happen, and the pricing is really great. I first want to say that the card game is good. If you leave everything within the card game, there are little issues, but the card game is great in general. Now, what I'm talking about are things that happen within or maybe with outside the card game that's causing any drama. And I've been called a cheater, a liar, a lot of really, really mean things. And I first want to go over the 369 no take back from my perspective. To give you a perspective, I'm just going to show you the clip. The clip does cut off a little early, and we'll go from there. I will say with these clips, it's on my Twitch, so I can just delete the clip, but for sake of just being transparent, I'm leaving the clip there.
We'll see how it holds up. Let me think here. Gecko is 6, Mihawk is
9.
9.
6-9. 369. Damn, she fine. Yep.
Nice. 6. Why not? Let's do an ace for 7.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your rested characters will be lower.
Both of them. Only these two.
Yep. I'll put 12 on Whitebeard. Let's see here. What do I do? I'll swing at that face, and I'll pop Delphi.
You said the rest of characters, right? You said.
Is that Delphi 3000?
So he's a 4K.
We'll see how it holds up.
So it cuts off on that clip and it kind of goes on, but I want to give some details and then continue with what happened. He has a Whitebeard on the field, which if he has 2 Dawn and swings with it, he's able to KO a 3K power or less. And he can use an ace to reduce something by 3K power, 2 things actually. And he's asking for the powers of my units. And I tell this is a 6K, this is a 9K, and then my Doflamingo is a 3 cost. But for some reason, I just got in my head 369, damn she fine. And as you can tell from the thing, it's early in the day, I'm dumb, and it's just really silly, and I didn't even think that was a bad thing in my head at the time. So when he places an ace and goes to KO my Doflamingo, I didn't think of his action was a miscommunication from me. I thought it was a genuine mistake at the time from him. He did ask if he could take that back, the powers, but I told him I declined because, again, I genuinely thought at the time that it was a genuine mistake rather than my own miscommunication. If my opponent just told me, hey, you said this was a 3K power when you said 369, I would have felt so dumb. Then I believe I would have let him take that back. I let people take stuff back all the time. And in this scenario, I thought it just was a genuine mistake rather than a miscommunication. The game does continue on where he beats me, honestly, really, really bad. And I do actually go over in another video that I have of an apology I had for him and my perspective of things. You guys can go watch that down here in the description. I had it in my July 23rd report from last year. And I was just crippled for the rest of the game. I really had no way out, it felt like. And he just played the matchup super, super well. I don't know how he ended up going in the end, but he did play super well. And if you've watched. And in the video, my apology, it got clipped off because I must have misedited it. But you can see in this video, I do try to apologize. And if you are watching this video, I am sorry. What a lot of people are hung up on is the what if. What if I won that game? And I do want to say it is a little dumb to go off of what if, because you're just attacking my character for something that actually didn't happen. And that's pretty bad. But if I had won that game barely, I do have a live stream that's talking to me and people saying, hey, that's pretty messed up. And they can see that's a miscommunication. But I didn't win the game even close. But let's say I did win that game. I believe I would do the right thing and give him the win. Because honestly, I would have felt really, really, really bad. And I know there's like money on the line and stuff, but I always feel that the most important thing in this game is supposed to be fun. And that would really ruin his and my fun if I won like that. I just want to leave this topic behind now and leave that there forever. I don't really want to hear about this video or this thing ever again, but I do appreciate you guys' support if you are supportive or unsupportive, whatever, going forward with this. But I wanted to bring up another topic that's brought up all the time, and I'm not going to bring up any specific name of this individual, and I don't actually have a problem individually with this individual. That's why I am not using their name out of respect for them. And I've never really talked about this in a video. There was a lot of drama on this. I first want to say I do have 2 videos from last year where I commentated over the game because there was a game that happened that was a pretty good game in general, but I threw at the very end. But I wanted to start from start to finish on what happened. This isn't to down talk the Singapore player I'm talking about. This is not what this video is about. This video is about people that are saying that I'm in the wrong and I'm a bad person. And again, it's one of these what if scenarios. So I'm playing in this tournament and I'm playing Queen. I'm currently 5 wins, 0 losses on live stream. It's having a good time. And then I go to my round 6. My round 6, I've seen this opponent's name before, but I've never played against them. I don't really know who they are, but I know that I've seen their name before. I get there, I say, hey, this person, how are you doing today? And they said, oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. We end up going through, we play our game. At the end of the game, I make a big mistake. I lose because of a bad blunder. There was probably other things that happened, but the game was good and clean, and I really have no problem with the game whatsoever. The thing is, in my live stream, and I don't watch my chat during my live stream, but before my live stream for that game, people were saying, hey, that is not this person, that is this other guy. And I say, what do you mean he's not this person? He said his name was this person. And people told me, no, that's this other guy. He has a popular Twitter. He does guides. He's coached lots of people. We know how he plays. He plays Zoro. And that's how they know it's for sure not this person. They know it's this guy. And I ask myself, well, is that a bad thing? Like, can people just play under other people's IDs and that's fine? People have gotten away with that before, I'm pretty sure. And my chat says, well, you should ask a judge. So I just decide to mute my stream and I call a judge. And I ask a judge what I should do. And the judge says, well, do you have proof? And I have proof because someone else told me and they got proof of that. And with that went to the head judge and I asked them, well, is that a bad thing? Could they be banned or like at least disqualified from the tournament for that? And they said yes. I'm like, oh, okay. But you're in the next round. I assume you can't give me the win now. They're like, no. I'm like, okay. Understandable completely. I did lose the game, but that's kind of bad for the next person who he faces. And he does go on to win round 7 against someone who is my teammate. And then he goes on to win round 8 with someone I do work with now. During round 8, he got approached by the TO and told him that we know that you are this guy and not that person. And he was removed from the tournament completely. And that person who lost that game round 8, go up to round 9, ended up beating another friend of mine. And that was essentially the end of the tournament. And there was ensuing drama after that. I didn't really want this person to exactly get banned, but I don't feel that it's quite right if you're playing under other people's names. So at the time, the TO did their investigation, and then there was, after a week or so, this person got banned. Now, I don't know how that works. They can still play in their own country, but at the very least, they can't play in North America. But I digress. I don't know anything about that after that. I did talk to this person a little bit over a Twitch stream on Voodoo's Twitch stream, and essentially everything was cool, but then they got banned, so I'm not really sure where that is. And I don't really have a problem with this guy. It's just more that the TO and the problem of the backlash that happened after that, I broke the rule of cool. Basically saying that I'm a snitch, I'm a rat, I tell on people. And it seemed like kind of funny. I'm actually somebody who leans into things. I even made a rat fillet emote. And maybe that was a little too much, but essentially I am still getting crap over that over certain people. And it's brought up on a weekly basis where I'm just kind of tired and done with it. It's got me flamed. I honestly don't think I did anything wrong. And it's just brought up of the what if scenario. What if instead of me losing, what if I won? What would I have done? And again, I say, first of all, that did not happen. I didn't win the game. So going over a what if scenario is crazy. 2, if I did win the game and everyone was telling me that is this guy and that this person, I actually honestly don't know what I would do. When generally I ask, I don't know what to do, I am going to ask somebody else. But I do not know personally. I could just lie to you and tell you, oh yeah, I would definitely report him. But honestly, I don't know what I would do because that's not what happened. From there, I don't think this person's been unbanned, but I hope everything goes well with them. But my problem is now that I'm still being harassed for this sort of thing. When it's really interesting, and I'll actually go into that group right now. The Cross group or their Discord, and I'll actually lean more toward Cross because Cross has the biggest beef with me about this person, is that they're good friends with them. And if this happened to somebody else, as in someone was pretending to be somebody else, they would probably on their back and saying, that's really messed up. I never want to see you again. But because this guy was friends with them, now they point the issue at me saying I'm a rat, I am a bad person, I did the wrong thing, and all these what if scenarios. And I don't like getting flamed for that on a weekly basis. And I don't really think I did anything wrong. And I'm just tired and done with the harassment. If you bring it up in a malicious way, I'm probably going to block you from now on. The last and honestly the least important thing of this video was some bad takes I may have had on Twitter about something else that was going on. About a month or so ago, there was a couple more online EU tournaments, and every single tournament, especially EU, there seems to be some sort of caught cheater where people will have a video and they'll post it. And all I saw on my timeline was cheating is bad and there's so many cheaters out there. Why even have a webcam tournament? I want webcam tournaments gone. We need an online client. That's all I saw on my timeline. There were some maybe more vocal people that were saying something a little different, but a lot of it was a lot of whiny stuff. And I made a tweet. I think I could have definitely worded it a lot better, but the tweet just said, has anyone recently gotten away with cheating in online webcam games for One Piece? That's a question mark. I'm genuinely asking. All the people that are crying about online cheaters are ridiculous. And at the time, there were a lot of people just saying that they wanted no webcam games. I guess if you're complaining about webcam cheaters, that is valid, but I'm just trying to say that a lot of people that were crying about it were saying no more webcam tournaments. That was my issue. So I think I maybe could have worded that better. I said there are no good cheaters. And I do want to say that my mind has been changed on this when someone maturely reached out to me on this, but there are no good cheaters, as in the fact, if you're a good player, you're going to go a lot farther than just trying to be a cheater, because this game isn't too hard to be a consistently good player if you really put the effort in. I think it's a lot harder to be some sort of magician. You already know the steps to prevent people from cheating against you, and that's pretty clear. People just need to record their games. If you're trying to find a setup where you need to record your games online, I have a lot of videos. If you look at my past ones, I'll put one in the description as well, where you can find out how to set up your own, so you can always have a good way of seeing if your opponent's cheating against you. And it's really good VOD review for also improving your game. And last, I want some more webcam events, meaning I don't want less webcam events because of cheating. With this tweet, I got a lot of backlash, and to be honest, I maybe worded this tweet pretty bad, and I got, again, cross in my hair about a week or so after this tweet, just flaming me on his own Discord, and I had to do like a 5-paragraph explanation to where he just said right after, "Oh, I misread what you said, my bad." And it's just hurting my character so much that every single time I say anything now, essentially I'm getting some sort of backlash saying I'm just a cheater. When my friend makes a tweet saying they're having a hard time or this or that, I just put in like a small comment, I'm just being instantly flamed, and I'm just kind of tired of it. And for that tweet specifically, I did have a content creator make a video on my tweet. He was at like a level 100 mad about my tweet, telling everybody on his YouTube video to go to my tweet and then downvote my tweet. That's not how Twitter works. And it was really cringe, that person, because they didn't really reach out to me or have any sort of like debate or conversation about it. They just wanted to flame me and then put it on their YouTube channel. I did comment out to that person saying, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But it's a little ridiculous at this point. If you want to, you can reach out to me and talk about it. But that's basically it. That's the beginning, the middle, and the end. And from this point on, I am just working on making more videos and doing what I want. I want to grow a good community, one that is positive. I have my own Discord. Please feel free to join that. I've had many other Discords in the past, and I want to say I try to run those in a good, respectful ship. I do want to make my channel and my Patreon and my Discord all just about playing the game and having fun. I am also working on getting my Patreon set up with a few guides. I already have a lot of guides here. They're being posted as we're speaking. And just so you know, these guides are just with good players. I always have a good player with me to make sure there's at least one good player there. And we can just talk about essentially a deck. And it's a very detailed guide, about 30 minutes to an hour, of just a specific deck, going over a lot of things. If you've ever watched one of my guides previously from Will to Win Gaming, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the end of the video. If you're watching this, you probably maybe like me and you actually wanted to watch the whole video to see exactly what was said. And I do appreciate your guys' support. I hopefully this doesn't make you guys think less of me, but I just wanted to be clear with this. I don't really want to hear about most of these things again in a negative manner, but yeah, that's essentially it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate any support you guys have, and let's get out there and win some cards.